Welcome to this video on writing your personal statement for PhD applications. The goal of the personal statement is to tell the admissions committee why you want a PhD from the Graduate Center of the City University of New York. To do this successfully, you need to examine your motivations, your goals, and your expectations. In other words, you need a little self-reflection. After all, this is not the game of life, this is your life. To help you in this self-reflection, there are several very good guides that you can access online, including the Science Careers Individual Development Plan, or MyIDP. Once you understand your motivations and goals for earning a PhD, and you identify how the PhD fits into your career and life plans, you need to develop a narrative to persuade the admissions committee that you will successfully complete the program. Your personal statement is the one place where you talk directly with the admissions committee. It allows you to show the committee things that are not in the test scores or the transcript, and it should mesh with your letters of recommendation to give a clear picture of you. It needs to convince them that you want a CUNY PhD. Your personal statement needs to address these 4 points. It should address your qualifications, your motivation, your research interests, and expectations for a CUNY PhD. Note that the reader wants to know why and how. So how do you do all this in 2 pages of single-spaced text? First off, address the questions of why you want a PhD from the Graduate Center of CUNY. The answer can be as simple as, so I can be rich, but we really want to see concrete reasons, a logical explanation of your research interests, and which mentors you might choose for your PhD. Second, tell us how and why you qualify for admission. Explain your relevant past experiences that have led you to enter graduate school. Explain how you're qualified for the research you're interested in pursuing and how it fits into your career plans. Your personal statement should explain your interest in the specific PhD program, its research subdiscipline, and the faculty research that you're interested in. Research experience, if you have it and can explain it well, is one of the most compelling arguments for admission. Your personal statement should demonstrate your understanding of the research, your role in it, and any outcomes from it. Additionally, your personal statement is where you can address any inconsistencies in your application. This may be a semester of bad grades or a poor test score. Now let's compare 2 excerpts. During my time at University X, I had the distinct pleasure of meeting Professor Y, who became my mentor. With her, I've been able to pursue my goals in chemistry. I worked on determining nucleation mechanisms and growth models of cadmium selenide thin films. This work proved successful. I plan to earn a PhD in electrochemistry or nanoscience at a university in the US, Europe, or Japan. Think about how this applicant addressed the question of why they want a PhD from the Graduate Center of CUNY. They were not specific at all. What are their goals in chemistry? How was the work successful? Which CUNY campus in Europe or Japan are they interested in studying at? Now consider the following applicant. Working with Professor X, I examined the response of individual mutations on treatment response in a mouse model for BRCA1-linked triple-negative breast cancers. A large part of my contribution was on experimental design, where I worked out statistical theory and models to minimize systematic errors. Using 3,000 individuals, we tracked the treatment response of 12 mutations to 6 drugs. I collected and processed the data from the experiment and made a formal presentation about the results. I find I enjoy studying and practicing science through a multidisciplinary lens. With a research background in biology, I wish to learn the techniques and tools of chemistry to be able to use both approaches in my future scientific pursuits. The interdisciplinary research at CUNY at the chemistry-biology interface interests me. I've read papers by Professors A, B, and C at CUNY, and training with them will allow me to develop the skills necessary for my independent career as I refine and focus my passion. See how this excerpt paints a more vibrant picture of the applicant? The admissions committee knows that this is the type of student who will be successful in our program because they're research ready and prepared to take on PhD studies. Thank you for watching.